relationships and ones that you're replaying from your family. Um, and also, you know, being willing to be open to having a soulmate to support you, you know, because I feel like, again, due to all those abandonment issues, sometimes you have a tendency to overlook the people that are really good for you and really are standing around you. So really tap into your soul so you can find out who around you is your actual true soulmate, another person that can help you, as opposed to somebody who you're just filling a void with. I want to tell you so much. And I feel like, again, I got this vibe earlier that you need to take some time to really sit and talk with yourself. Like, again, it's almost like to a friend, only inside your head, that is also yourself. Like, take some time to really reflect and talk to yourself. Like, I have a feeling for some of you, you go and ask for tarot readings because you don't want to put that work in yourself. And this card is saying, hey, I've got lots to say. You just got to sit down, separate from people for a bit, and just actually talk to myself. You know, that can be easy as just going for a walk in the park and sitting on a bench and just being away from people for a while, but really take some time to like journal or talk to yourself like you're your own friend, because you should be your own friend. And by not talking to yourself, you're not addressing all these other things that are kind of going on that you don't want to see. And then you did not break me, which I think that's really powerful to end on this card, because it's almost like this reaffirming to yourself that, hey, I know we messed up, but I'm indestructible. That even though I can sometimes make mistakes and hurt myself, I didn't break. And, you know, it's also not you who did it to yourself. You know, you've had other people coming in and influencing things, and, you know, like, it's not your fault if you did fall apart, and you're not going to be broken by facing these things. So, you know, you're not as breakable as maybe you think you are. And you gotta really, like, hold on to that, because facing this issue, like, I think you're gonna realize you've got a lot of inner strength that you've not tapped into. Um, so, good for you. And so finally, we're gonna get some guidance here. Um, for my Osho Zen Tarot. So, let's see, what guidance do you have for healing this wound? Ooh. Alright, so. I think I'm going to tap it right there. 5 cards again. Man, I've been doing this subconsciously. I'm not. I've gotten 5 cards pretty repeatedly in multiple areas, so. No, I don't know why it keeps wanting to be rearranged. Yeah, I think it's part of this chaotic energy that is kind of going on with your dynamic here. Oof. Okay. Alright, so for the top 2 cards, we got slowing down in reverse. You got participation in reverse. You've got moment to moment. You have sharing in reverse. And then you got schizophrenia. Alright, it's kind of interesting because you've got a lot of rainbow colored cards here too. So, yeah, actually, all of these are very multicolored. So I have a feeling either you've got a really colorful personality, maybe you're gay, or maybe, I don't know, there's a lot of things going on. But it's like, it's kind of like, I'm seeing like a beautiful chaotic rainbow within all of these multiple colors and whatnot. So I think that off the bat I'm feeling is, you know, trying to see the perspective of different colors and light in your situation, that even though things seem to be swirling and, you know, chaotic at times, like even the family of kids, I realize they're rainbow too. Like, you know, there's all so many different aspects to yourself that, you should take the time to appreciate and understand that, um, just because sometimes you feel down on yourself and you're feeling ashamed or whatever, you've got a lot going for you. And, use your colors to your advantage and let all of them shine. The slowing down, I feel like you're resisting to slowing down because, again, you're kind of running from this inner child wound. And so taking the time to just sit in nature, reflect on yourself, tell people no. Some of you need to hear that. Tell people no. And just relax and really connect with yourself will really help with healing this wound. This participation, I have a feeling, again, it's like, I don't know if you can see, but there's like these little hands putting into this chaos. I feel like there's so many people that have got hands in your life that you need to start cutting some of these people out that, I think you think that they're healthy for you and they're helping, but they're really not. They're just trying to, they're perpetuating this cycling chaos in your life, and everyone's got their hands in there. And only let people's hands who are there to help you and support you unconditionally into your business. It's kind of interesting that I said that because, so you got this card sharing here. I feel like you're very generous, but you're too generous with the wrong people. And you're going to need some boundaries because you're going to have to cut either some family members, make sure there's some space so you're not giving them too much, as well as other friends in your life. And don't overshare either. I have a feeling you give way too much of yourself out to these people that aren't there to protect you. And it's just creating gossip and chaos and drama, and it's just no. No. You deserve to have your own abundance, and you got to take care of you first, girl. Well, I feel like a lot of you are girls, but yeah, definitely take care of yourself and make sure that you are, appreciating what you're able to provide for yourself too. So this moment to moment, I have a feeling like, taking some time to really just live in the present instead of kind of focusing on your relationship issues or your family issues or I feel like you're someone who you've got a long laundry list of other stuff that's getting in your way, and living to moment is really going to help you be able to kind of just remember what's actually keeping you going and what makes you happy in the moment when life isn't working out in your favor. Take some time to just walk barefoot on the grass, you know, go paint something, go just kind of smell that flower that you've been looking at in your neighbor's yard or something weird. I don't know. Just taking some time to be present, I think, will really help you with working through this wound because you're so used to chaos that you perpetuate this chaos in order to prevent you from finding this rest, and especially because I feel like you've got other people trying to put their hands in your business or whatever. That's preventing you from taking care of yourself and perpetuating that chaos. And understand that you're worthy of peace too, just because that's how you were raised doesn't mean you got to continue that into your life. And I feel like there's a piece of you that's resistant to it because it doesn't know that stillness. It gets scared, but understand that you need to have a balance of both in order to fully be your healthiest version of yourself. And so the schizophrenia card, I don't really know what this card means off the top of my head, but kind of looking at it, it's like you can see there's this person that's between these two edges, and I feel like you have a tendency to feel like you're always on the edge, and you're like, I'm 5 steps away from falling apart into this abyss, so God help me please, give me the strength to bridge this gap. And I think what this is kind of telling me is that maybe you're supposed to just kind of let it loose for a little bit. Either get on one side or the other or just let yourself fall. Because actually you can fly. You've got these little birdies right here. But it's not your job to be this person bridging the gap between other people's problems. You got to be focusing on your own. And the more you try to put your energy towards keeping the peace, the harder it's going to be to maintain this position, then you're going to fall anyway, I think the imagery here is more important than what the card actually means because, again, it's this dynamic of people-pleasing and not being willing to just let yourself go because you don't know what's down there. There might be, a nice pile of pillows down there. Or, you know, you can teach yourself to fly so that way you don't have to worry about falling all the time. But, you know, you are not other people's, you know, solution to their problems, you know? Um, you got your own issues to work through, and making sure you're prioritizing yourself first and whose problems are worth your time. You know, some of your family members, their issues are not worth your time. You know this, you just don't want to admit it because you're feeling like, you know, oh God, I'm going to get abandoned. And I'd be like, listen, when you finally get the self confidence to cut those cords, you're going to feel 20 times better. Again, you don't have to completely cut these family members out, but telling them no and then let them cry, let them wail, let them do whatever, be like, no, you got to take care of you first. I mean, for those of you that have kids too, it's like, you don't have time for that. And I think you're going to, the more you kind of allow those kinds of patterns into your life, it's going to just continue to get worse and drain you. So you don't need that. But all right, that was all Pile 4. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this reading. If you've got any comments, feedback, or requests, feel free to put them in the comments below. This is my first time doing this kind of reading, so I'm really excited. And thank you so much for your time. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.